guys, it's Christopher here, back in the building with the Week 20 Premier League predictions in 2 minutes. So, we are done with the first half of the season and we are fresh off an FA Cup weekend where we saw two big Premier League teams getting knocked out over the weekend and one manager has lost their job. More on that in another video. But on another note, guys, as usual, I'll have my games up on the screen, well, the fixtures that is, and I'll have the 2-minute timer, which I will start right now. Let's go! So, Crystal Palace versus West Ham, a London derby to start us off, but West Ham hobbling around the mid-table. I wouldn't say hobbling around mid-table, but doing pretty well, I have to say. Palace towards the lower end, but West Ham I think will win 2-1. Next up we have Newcastle versus Leeds. Newcastle look like they're on the verge of a relegation scrap at this very moment in time. Will they survive it? I'm predicting yes, but that could change. But Leeds to win 3-1. Southampton versus Arsenal, and I mentioned someone got knocked out at the weekend. Yes, Arsenal was one of those big teams that got kicked out of the cup by Southampton, and guess what the score was? 1-0. And I'm expecting Southampton to do the same again and win 1-0 against Arsenal for a second time. Next up, West Brom versus Man City. Well, West Brom, they've got Big Sam back at the wheel, but it's not going to change anything for my opinion. But City to win comfortably 3-0. Next up, we have Burnley versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa doing pretty darn well this season, I do have to say, and give credit for them where it's due. But Aston Villa, I think, will comfortably win 2-0. Next up, Chelsea versus Wolves. Yes, I said it. Someone lost their job. That is none other than Frank Lampard. But more on that in another video. But Chelsea, I think, will nick it and win 1-0. Brighton versus Fulham. Brighton, I'm going to predict, will go down at the end of the season. Sorry, Brighton fans. But so will Fulham. But I think Brighton will nick it and win the game 1-0. Next up, Everton versus Leicester. Can Leicester potentially make a late title challenge towards the second half of the season, much like they did in their 2015-2016 season? That I don't know. I'm not predicting them they will do, but you just never know in football these days. But Leicester to win 1-0. Manchester United versus Sheffield United. Hopefully Man United can extend their lead at the top of the Premier League and hopefully we can win 2-0. And last but not least, the game of the week, which is Tottenham versus Liverpool. And last time out, I predicted a 2-2 draw between Liverpool and Tottenham, but boy, how times have changed at Liverpool, who were once sitting pretty at the top of the league, now on the verge of struggling to make top 4 potentially at the end of the season. But even though the draw prediction last time came back to haunt me, I don't think it will this time. They will finish in a 2-2 draw. And on that note, guys, that is the end of my Week 20 Premier League predictions in 2 minutes. But as always, guys, as I've made it clear in my last few videos, from time to time, just check on your friends and your family, because after all, you don't know what they could be going through at this very moment in time. And as usual, guys, if you want to check out my Week 19 Premier League predictions, then the video is right here. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel right here. And until later this week, guys, where I've got a couple more videos coming out. Peace out.